Ladies and gentlemen, Seven Nights is back. Welcome to the third gotcha for this franchise called Seven Nights Rebirth. So, in this demo, we're just going to be taking a quick look at what this game looks like, what the combat's going to look like, just some small stuff. This is more of an introduction. So, I was pretty happy when I learned that they were making a new game. Not only are they made a new game. They made this Seven Nights similar to the original. A little bit of a trivia. Seven Nights was the very first game I featured on my channel, the original one. So it's amazing how things are now compared to what they used to be. But yeah, there's a lot of different game modes you can do. There's some PvP for arena. You can do raid bosses, tower modes. There's a power-up dungeon to make your characters better. And of course, the story mode. There are various shops you can do. There's your guild area as well on the top right or top middle rightish, and then there's like a story area. So one thing I want to mention about the story event that's pretty good is that for the story, if you want to grind these little stages, you get some of these exclusive items that you can use in the shop to buy things. In this shop, you can actually buy one of the legendary characters. So if you grind up 15k, which I did, as you can tell, you can go ahead and make that purchase. Now, if you didn't play the event or you didn't know it was there, you could also summon for that character too, because that same character is on raid up. So if you happen to have raid up tickets, you can use your tickets to get her here if you didn't get her in the event, or if you're just wanting to get duplicates, you can do that too. So, whatever your playstyle is, you can definitely do that. Typically, I don't use these tickets yet. I've been only summoning here so far, and that's been pretty much it. Once you do, I think it's 100 pulls for like the soft pity thing, it lets you do a wish list where you can kind of pick what's going to be on raid up. So if you want to put a bunch of characters you don't own, you can do that. And it'll basically tell you if they're owned or not. As a matter of fact, I actually pulled one of these characters, so I'll have to make an adjustment later, but I would just wanted to show you this real quick. We can back out of this. So, you have your gotcha. The pity is 100 for soft pity, 200 for guaranteed pity. As far as the gotcha is concerned, it's okay. 200 is a little on the high side, but to be perfectly honest, I would say that it's better than other games for sure, but not the best. But what makes this tolerable is that you can do a ruby farming where you can basically just redo stages over and over and get like smaller characters that are going to be fodder to level 30. And when you get a character level 30, you get rubies, and you also get mission rewards for doing that too, which is why I have so many rubies right now. I would have more, but I spent 5k on getting an outfit for Shane because she's one of my favorite characters. But let me show you the ruby farming real quick. So when you tap on it, it's on the right, top right of the screen when you get to your main menu. It looks like this, and you can basically set up parameters in terms of what level do you want to do, how many keys do you want to limit yourself to, stuff like that. There's a lot of ways that you can customize it. I'm not going to do it right here, but you can do that. And not just in the regular adventure, you can also do it for arena as well. So if I were to go to arena and go to enter, in the bottom of the screen it says repeat battle. You could literally do repeat battle and then back out, and then you wouldn't have to worry about it. You could just let it fight on its own if you don't want to watch the fights. So you have that option, and you can basically auto and then completely leave. I guess I'll just show you an example real quick. So let's say I want to do the ruby farming I talked about. So I'll hit repeat adventure battle. And this is where you get to select what your thresholds are, how many keys you want to use, stuff like that. And there are other priorities you can do, like auto repeat heroes. Do you want to keep the same characters? Do you want to replace certain characters? What do you want your formation to be? You can set your skill priority so you'll know so it'll automatically do certain skills that you want to do in the beginning. and then all kinds of stuff. So yeah, there's a lot of things you can do to customize it. So we're just gonna hit start repeat battle. It's gonna go to this screen here. And now I can just hit minimize on the bottom left, right next to where it says stop. I hit minimize, and boom, we're done. And if you look at the top right of the screen, you'll see 1 of 30. That's where the auto battle is happening right now. So I could literally close the game right now, and it'll continue to farm for me, which is really, really nice. So for those wanting to see what the actual combat looks like, I'll do like a raid boss. We won't do anything super difficult because I'm not exactly built to do this yet, but let's just do one of these just so you can see it. Not 100% sure if I'm going to win this. I haven't tested this particular team, but let's find out. You can get an idea of what it looks like.
I'll set you all ablaze! I will break you!
I'm just leaving it, just let it do whatever skills it wants. I think you can select skills if you want to use it as long as it's not on cooldown.
All shall burn! I'll set you all ablaze!
So yeah, it looks like we should be able to win this. Now, when you're queuing skills, you can queue up to 3 maximum. If you try to do it again, it'll just replace one. But there we go, we got the win, and of course we got some rewards for it. So yeah, you can do that. You can also do this on auto as well if you just wanted to repeat stages. Now you can only auto grind one group of things at a time. So I can't, like right now I have an auto farm going. If I were to go to say arena, and then let's say I want to try to auto farm this, I've already hit that button, it'll say repeat battle is already in progress. So you can only auto battle one at a time, which is fine, no big deal. But it is cool that we get to do this, so I like it a lot. So yeah, I mean, that's basically what this game is for the most part. First impressions are pretty decent. I like the game visually. I like the combat so far. It does have some voice acting. I do have one minor criticism. I don't know if this is either a bug or just a game design choice, but when you're doing the story mode and they're doing dialogue, they only say half of what's on the screen sometimes. So like if there's like 2 or 3 sentences to somebody's voice lines, it'll only say the first sentence and then it'll be blank, so you have to read the rest. That's a little weird. Again, I don't know if that's a bug or if that's something they did on purpose, but it's a little weird. I don't like that. I mean, I say either voice at all or voice none at all. Don't just do a sentence and leave the rest of it silent. It just doesn't make any sense. But that's the real only criticism that I have about the game so far. Other than that, I mean, like I said, everything else is good. I like the combat. It does have PvP if you care about it. There is guild stuff going on, so you can join the guild. Also, it's good to have friends, because if you have friends, you can send honor to each other, which you can use to buy stuff. I typically buy keys so that I can do my ruby farming, because that's what I do for the most part. Fusing characters to make new characters is great. It's a cheap way of turning 4 stars into 5 stars. Just know you're going to get a lot of crap fusions. Every now and then you might get something you want, but for the most part it's going to be fodder. But you can use that fodder to do all kinds of things that you need, so it's not really a waste, even if you don't get nothing out of fusing characters. But yeah, like I said, it's a pretty decent game. I'm liking it so far, and it's nice to be able to play Seven Nights again. Like when I play this game, it takes me back to like some of the earlier days of the YouTube channel, when I used to play this game a lot on there, and just gacha gaming in general. This isn't the first gacha game I ever played, but it is part of my early days, I'll say. So, you know, it's just nice to have a game to give you a little bit of nostalgia. Now, there is a lot more to Seven Nights than just like the three gotcha games that exist. There is an anime. I believe there's a Nintendo Switch game as well. I forgot what it's called. I haven't played it, but you know, I know that was a thing. So I know Seven Nights has become kind of a big thing lately. But like I said, I'm just happy that they made a new game. It's basically like the first game, but with a lot of quality of life upgrades. Now, if you're the kind of person that prefers Seven Nights 2, unfortunately, this is not going to be for you. This is more like the original Seven Nights 1, and I kind of like this better anyway. So that's kind of how I feel. But I think that's all I'm going to talk about for today. I just wanted to show you guys this game real quick. Hope you enjoyed the video. We'll talk to you later. Take care, everyone.